Hi everyone, welcome to Slow Flow Yoga. We'll begin seated on the mat. So find an easy cross-legged position where you can root down within the pelvis and rise up with the spine. Hands can rest on the knees. Begin to close the eyes. Relax the muscles of the face. Take time to notice your breath moving in and moving out. Just feel the inhale filling up through the upper chest and the rib cage and the low belly. And the exhale, long and slow. Breathing in and breathing out. As we center ourselves into the here and now, we connect to breath, we connect to physical sensation. And we attempt to connect with the ease that lies within. If it feels comfortable, you can place the left hand to the back of the head and the right hand to the center of the forehead. Find a neutral area within the neck and the head. Just lean back into the hand and then lean forward slightly into the front hand. Steady your center. Connect to breath. Take one more round here. Long exhale, you can release the hands and allow the eyes to open. The focus of this class will be fluidity in movement and fluidity in our breath. So slowly draw the right ear to the right shoulder and begin to open up through the left side of the neck. Breathing in and exhale, chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Breathe in through the right side of the neck. And exhale, chin to chest. One more time on each side, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Head and neck returns to neutral. And just begin to roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then back and down along the spine. Just rolling forward and then up towards the ears, back and down. Shoulders forward, up towards the ears, back and down. And then just reverse the direction. So the shoulders roll back, up towards the ears, and move forward. Hands are gently resting on the knees here. And finding movement within our breath. Switch it. Forward and back. And then back and forward. From here, you can adjust your seat. Release the hands. Inhale, extend through the fingers. Draw the arms up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Full breath in here. Really lift through your seat. And exhale, float the arms down slowly. Connecting movement to breath. Opening up the palms, extending through the fingers. Inhale. Rise up, reach up. Exhale, Rotating palms, slowly releasing the arms. Inhale, opening, lifting. This time we'll hold here with the breath in the body. And then we'll take our exhale and twist. So left hand will reach towards that right knee. The right hand can just walk behind the right hip, and the gaze can follow. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, take your twist to the left. Right hand to left knee, left hand just behind the left hip. Gaze can follow. Exhaling completely, navel to spine. Inhale, back through center. One more time on each side. Take your twist to the right. Inhale through center, reaching and rising. And exhale, take your twist to the left. Inhale, we'll float back through center, reaching through the fingers here. Palms can press. Exhale down through heart space. Extend the thumbs towards the upper chest. Take a moment here to connect each finger pad, closing the eyes for one round of breath. Focusing on fluidity of movement and fluidity of breath. Release, and we will find ourselves in hands and knees, table pose. So take your time here, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and just shift and sway from side to side, forward and back. Notice if you're locking, if there's any tension in the shoulders, in the elbows, in the wrists, in the ankles, knees, or hips. Just bring some movement here. Forward and back, side to side. Small circles, breathing in and breathing out. Coming back towards center, opening up the space between the fingers, lifting that first knuckle up of each finger, gripping the mat with the fingertip pads. Pressing down through the tops of the feet here, and just give a gentle tuck to the pelvis, slightly under. So release the head, hang it heavy here, full breath in. And when you're ready to exhale, we'll tuck the pelvis round the spine, lengthen through the arms, and draw the chin towards the chest here. So hollow out the low belly, and then you can shift and sway from side to side, releasing the breath completely. This time as we inhale, rotate the pelvis towards the mat, extend through the spine, open the shoulders and the heart space, and lift the gaze. Full breath in. Exhale everything towards the center. Long breath out. Inhale, come back to neutral. And then from here, we're shifting forward and back. So remember, fluidity in movement. So we'll walk the hips back towards the heels. Release the forehead down, either on a rolled up blanket, a block, or the mat. Pause here for a round of breath. And as you exhale, you can lift the head. And then walk the hands forward on the inhale and slowly press the belly down towards the mat. So flexing through the elbows here, gaze is at the edge of the yoga mat. Breathing in our cobra pose. Exhale, lowering, adjusting the hands so they're underneath the shoulders, and then push the mat away to press up and hinge back into your child pose. Exhale. So we'll take some time there in what we call our cobra child flow. So inhaling, lifting, sliding the hands forward, flexing through the elbows, rolling the shoulders back and down. Gaze beyond the edge of your yoga mat. Full breath in. Exhale, lower, push the mat away and hinge the hips into your child pose. Feel free to linger within any one of these poses, so child or cobra, for a full round of breath if that feels comfortable for you. But from child pose, exhale completely. Inhale, slide the hands forward, lifting through the hips, rolling shoulders back and down, flexing through the elbows. Inhale, find that lift. Exhale to lower. This is key here to keep the low back safe. Push the mat away, use the strength of the legs, and hinge back into your child pose. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, sliding forward, shoulders draw back, getting that nice lift in the upper chest. Elbows tuck in close towards the rib cage. Exhale to lower, push the mat away, use the strength of the thighs and the legs, and exhale into your child pose. And pause here for a full round of breath. Exhaling completely. We'll inhale, lift the forehead, head and neck. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, realign the knees. Take your time in your table pose. Press down through the top of the left foot. Draw the right knee in towards the right elbow. And we'll just begin some small circles within that right hip. So we're opening up here, small circles. Maybe those smaller circles become larger circles. And then fully extend that right leg beyond your mat. Press down through the great toe first, and then plant the small toe down. Tented fingers are great. They give you a little bit more space to mobilize in the upper body, rolling shoulders back. And then we'll walk the hands over towards the right foot. So just feeling that stretch on the outside of the right ankle all the way up the low leg and into the hip. So try to soften here, chin to chest. Breathing in and breathing out. One more round, breathing in. And long breath out. We'll walk the hands back through center. From here, bend into the right knee. Just pressing forward, maybe that right heel unpeels, and then extend again. So just shifting into that fluidity of movement. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll lift up that right foot when in extension, and then draw that right leg back to meet left. Some small hip circles are nice here, realigning back into our table pose. From here, left knee comes in towards the left elbow as we press down through the top of the right foot, and we begin those small circles on the left hip. Small circles extend into large circles. Easeful breathing here, and then we fully extend that left leg out to the side. Great toe falls to the floor, and then we open up, the small toe side presses down. Coming up onto tented fingers here. Take your time to set up your alignment and then walk the hands over towards the left foot and hang the head heavy here. Full breath in, long breath out. Full breath in, long breath out. Lifting gaze, inhale the hands back through center, and then we'll begin that flexion and extension of the left knee. So maybe that left heel unpeels a bit as you come into flexion, and then extension of the left leg, just working into the knee and the hip. And then on extension, the left foot lifts and realigns back to the right. So sway it out from side to side, couple rock backs, forward, exhale, and inhale. From here, we'll curl the toes under, and just take your time, tapping into each toe. Maybe opening up the space between the toes, pressing down through the palms, through the fingertip pads, lifting that first knuckle, and trying not to lock through the wrists or the elbows. We can soften by rolling the shoulders back and down here. And I like to make sure that the hips are in line with the knees, so we can press the mat away and just hover the knees from the mat. Breath in, long breath out as we straighten the legs into our downward dog. So exhaling here, pedal press it out, ears line up with the inner aspect of the elbows, and we'll just take our time, breathing in and breathing out. So as we move into stillness with the legs, extending through the heels, they stay lifted away from the mat for most of us. And then we're shifting forward, shoulders stack over the wrists, and we'll bend the knees into an inhale, and then push the mat away, exhale. So it's as if we're creating an undulating movement in downward dog. So inhale, flexing knees, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, pushing the mat away, downward dog. So it becomes like a wave. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll take one more round here, and then exhale completely. Pedal press it out. Full breath in, long breath out. Pressing into the left foot, we'll bend the right knee into the right elbow, and then extend the right leg behind. From here, we'll bend through the right knee and open up the hip, and just allow the weight of the right leg to hang and open that right hip. Inhale back to stabilize the pelvis, and then we'll draw the right foot to the right thumb. So coming into our low lunge by lowering the left knee down. And blocks are a great prop to have. So blocks underneath the hands as you ground down through the right foot, right knee, and right hip. So from here, pressing down through the top of the left foot, roll the shoulders back, hands are on the blocks here, find your stability. Maybe the hands can hover away from the blocks, find the hips, and then inhale, extend the arms up towards the ceiling, full breath in here, and then we can exhale and sweep the arms behind. Inhale up, exhale, sweep. Inhale up, exhale and sweep. Fluidity in movement and breath. We'll take one more round here. Exhale, release the hands back onto the blocks, curling the left toes under, lift the back left knee. And then from here, as you find your stabilization, you can press the blocks out to the side, tented fingers here, lifting right foot back to meet left, downward dog. Pedal, press it out. Hang the head heavy, breathing into the back body, stepping down through this right foot, flexing through the left knee, bringing left knee to left elbow, shoulder stack here, full breath in, exhale, extend the left leg back, bending through the left knee, and then opening up that left hip, so we use the weight of the left leg to open up. Full breath in here, long breath out. Inhale, realign the hips, left foot to left hand. Low lunge as we lower the right knee, press down through the top of the right foot. Find your blocks for stability. Rolling shoulders back and down. Maybe just adjusting the tips of the fingers onto the blocks as you find your steadiness. Hands to hips. And inhale, rising up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Take one more. Inhaling, hands back to the blocks. From here, we'll lift up through that back right knee by curling the toes under, finding length, stabilizing with the hands on the blocks, stepping them out to the side. Tented fingers are great here, so you have some movement to bring left foot to right, downward dog. So from here, from downward dog, we'll ease our way into a flow of down dog and plank pose. So adjust the hands, making sure the feet are in line with the hips here. Full breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll lower the torso and the pelvis so as we're parallel to the mat. Slight flexion in the elbows, and then extend back through the heels. So this is an inhale, push the mat away, exhale into dog. Inhale into your high plank, exhale dog. Keeping it moving, high plank, inhale, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank, last one. Exhale, downward dog. So lots of options. We can inhale back into our high plank, or we can bend at the knees, drop the knees down, and then soften through the tops of the feet, and then lower slowly, belly to mat. From here, we'll take a rest. Hands in the upper corners of your mat. Elbows can hang off the mat, and just tuck the chin towards the chest. Forehead can press. Shift and sway through the hips, maybe lifting up the right leg, circling out through the ankle, and then releasing. Same on the left side, just lift up the leg, circle out through the ankle, slow release. So from here, we'll come up into Sphinx pose. So realign the hands underneath the shoulders, and the elbows come in towards the rib cage. As we inhale the forehead away from the mat, there's an option to hover the hands, so squeezing the elbows in towards the rib cage. This is your inhale, exhale, lower. So little mini cobras to begin. Inhale, hands hover, lift your gaze just beyond the edge of your yoga mat. Exhale and lower. We'll take the last one here. Inhale, squeeze the elbows towards the rib cage, take your lift. Pressing down through the tops of the feet can also be helpful. And then slow release, forehead to mat. We're sliding the hands forward, but keeping the forearms on the mat. And shift to the right, slide the left hand forward, forearms down, shift to the left. So here we are in our Sphinx pose. So we'll just take a round of 3 breaths here. Softening through the shoulders. You can even soften the gaze here. You can close your eyes and really connect in with the fluidity of the breath. Tapping into physical sensation, a beautiful lift and extension through the spine, through the heart space. And one more round of breath together. And exhale. So shift to the right, fold the left forearm in front, then fold the right forearm, and you can stack and just turn your head to the side. Slowly, we'll keep the left leg long, and then we'll bend into the right knee and bring the sole of the right foot parallel to the ceiling. So once we have that action, then we can slide the thigh outward and open up into a modified frog. So belly down, frog pose, using the space of the floor and the mat for that support. So as that right knee comes up, we want to rotate the foot so it's on the great toe side. So the inner aspect of the heel and the right great toe. We'll take a round of 5 whole body breaths here. We're on the 3rd breath. Fourth breath. And 5th breath. Exhale completely. Very slowly rotate so the foot comes back up to stamp the ceiling. So you're on the top of that right thigh. And then you can slide that right foot and right knee back in line with the hip. And then just extend the right leg. So you may want to rotate the head and neck to the opposite side. Restack the arms. Bend the left knee. Stamp the ceiling with the left foot. And then open up the left thigh to the side. And then soften down, great toe side of the foot, inner aspect of the heel. Come into your frog pose. Full external rotation on the left side. So 5 rounds of breath here. First breath into second breath. Third breath together. Fourth breath. And 5th breath. Exhaling long and slow. Rotate through the left knee. Left foot parallel to the ceiling, and then slide this left knee back in line with the hip, along with the left foot. Full extension of the left leg, realigning the head and neck here. Taking one more full whole body breath into the upper spine, the middle spine, and the low spine, and we'll exhale completely. Bringing the right hand back underneath the shoulder, left hand underneath the shoulder, pressing the forehead down into the mat, rotate through, and then ease into the hips here. I like to curl the toes under. You can keep with the bent knees if you like and press up, or you can lift, hover, and then exhale into your downward dog. Pedal press it out. Few rounds of breath here. Bring the knees down. Right knee to the right side of the mat, left knee to the left side of the mat. Great toes touch, hinge it back. Take a wide knee child pose with the arms extended beyond the shoulders, and keep it active by lifting up through the wrists. So this is what we call tented fingers here. And then you can hang the head between the arms. The forehead may rest on the mat, it may not. That's okay. Just breathe deeply into the backs of the arms, the rib cage, opening up the spaces there. Exhaling and softening into the pose. 2 more rounds of breath here. And third breath. Exhale completely as you slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift up through the upper torso. Walk the hands forward to realign those knees. And then you're back in your table pose for a couple of rock backs. Maybe some circles within the hips. Right and then left. Left and then right. And then as we come back to center, curling toes under. Connecting with the tips of the toes. Rolling shoulders back. Inhale, hovering the knees. And then exhale, downward dog. Pedal press it out. You can step back. Inhale, come all the way up onto the tiptoes, lifting the heels and the hips high. Exhale, both heels to the lower right corner of your mat. Inhale, back through center. Notice how the shoulders stack over the wrists, and then exhale, both heels to the lower left corner of your mat. Inhale, back through center, and then exhale down through center. Bringing a softness into the knees, we'll walk the feet towards the hands. Hang in a forward fold here. You can widen the base of your feet if you like. Small toes can line up with the edges of your yoga mat. A block is great for extra support. Try not to lock the knees here, and then release through the head and neck. One round of breath. On the next inhale, you can come up halfway, extending through the crown of the head and long spine. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Last time here. Halfway lift, full breath in. And exhale, folding forward. From here, thinking about how you would like to rise up, grounding down through the feet, the great toe, the small toe, the inner heel, and the outer heel. Softening through the ankles and the knees. You can walk the hands up the legs. You can hold opposite elbows. You can hold on to the hips as well. Just ground down through the feet, activate the muscles of the low body, and slowly uplift through the spine. Breath in, breath out. Rolling shoulders back and down, circling out through the wrists, and circling out through the ankles. So from here, we'll take our mountain pose. And inhaling, opening up the palms, extending the arms up towards the ceiling. You can interlace the fingers, but allow the first fingers to point forward as well as the thumbs. This is called steeple pose. So palms pressed together in steeple pose. So staying lifted here and exhale down through the feet. We'll inhale, lift up through center, and exhale, take a stretch to the right. Framing the head and neck with the arms. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more time on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch it out to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lifting up and out of the waist, coming back through your center, releasing the hands, opening up the palms, and very slowly allow the arms to come down alongside the body. So from here, we'll work on balance, and it's nice to have a few blocks in the front of your mat. So placing the blocks to the upper right corner and the upper left corner of your mat. We'll take our time here, and finding balance on one leg, you may want to have a wall within reach. So we'll begin on the right side, pressing down through the left foot. Inhale, we'll draw the right knee up. So this is just coming into crane pose. And there's lots of options here. So you can always touch down with the great toe and just lift up through the right heel. Playing around with that balance right there. Or if you feel steady, lifting up the whole right foot and aligning the right knee with the right hip. So hands can come on the hips. The key is focusing on something that doesn't move. So rolling shoulders back and down and trying not to lock this left knee either. So inhaling up into crane, and we'll keep it moving. We're going to shift forward and then extend that right leg behind. So coming into our warrior three pose, and you always have the option of having the blocks. Mine were a bit too far away. So from here, tented fingers, coming back up into crane pose, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling arms forward, right leg back. Inhale, crane. Exhale, warrior three. We'll take it one more time. Inhale, crane pose. Exhale, hands forward, right leg back into warrior three. And then the hands can release onto the block. You can lift that back right heel up and then slide it down alongside the left. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip width and release the head and neck. Round of breath. When you're ready to come up, you can walk the hands up the legs, hold opposite elbows, or bring hands to hips. Head and neck last to rise, and then we'll realign the feet to the other side. So again, if balance is an issue, you'll want to switch it out so you have the wall within reach. And I have some extra blocks here. So now we'll ground down through the right foot and slowly unpeel this left heel away from the mat. So hands to hips, gaze is focused on something that doesn't move. See if you can pop up that left foot and align the left knee with the left hip. Breath in here, and then exhale. Just see if you can hinge the left leg back. Using the blocks as needed for stability and support. Tented fingers. Maybe the hands come back to the hips. And we rise into our crane pose. Extending through the fingers, full breath in. Exhale, take it long into your warrior three. Fluidity in movement. Fluidity of breath. One more round. And as you exhale into your warrior three, the hands can come down into the blocks. And then extend through that left heel. And then slide the left leg alongside right. Take it a bit wide. Release through your fold. Shift and sway from side to side. Exhale completely. You can use the blocks to help press up, perhaps just halfway to start. Tented fingers, hands to hips, and then rise all the way up. So from here, you may want to move some of the props out and have a block handy in front. So we'll take the hands to the hips and open up the feet wider than hip width. We point the toes to the corners of the yoga mat, and then we bend into the knees. So take your time bending into the knees. There's a lot of strength in this pose. It's standing stirrup pose. So we're easing our way into bent knees and a solid core. So dropping the pelvis down, lifting through the low belly, rounding down through the feet as we bring that bend into the knees. Roll the shoulders back, come into cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So from here, we've done this movement where we open and close, right? Palms come together, inhale to open, exhale to close. We can open up the shoulders and the heart space this way. Breath in and breath out. Exhale, pressing the palms. And then we'll open again into our cactus arms. And then from here, we'll drop the right elbow down and reach up with the left. So full breath here, breathing into the whole left side of the body. And then exhale, left arm down, and then reach with the right. Full breath in. Right elbow down, exhale. Inhale. Open up through that left side. Exhale, left elbow down. Reach with the right. One more time on each side. And then we can pause and open. Exhale, palms press. And then from here, straighten the legs. And you may want to walk the heels out further. Try not to lock through the knees. And then rolling shoulders back and down. We'll take our gaze up to where the wall meets the ceiling or towards the sky. Take a nice lift into the spine, full breath in. Exhale, halfway fold. As we come down, you'll feel that angle of the hip crease. You'll feel the stretch in the backs of the legs, the ankle side as well. And then if you have a block, you can hold on to the block for stability, but we're still bringing movement in, right knee and then left knee. So this is the safest option where the hands are on a block. And you're bending into the knee and switching sides, finding extension and flexion right to left. The other option is we can take it into a full, what I like to call crab walk, where we walk the hands over to the right foot, and you can press down through the small toe side of the extended foot, or you can come up onto the toes, your choice. Walking forward, and then over to the opposite foot, and then work with your breath. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale forward, walk it over, and exhale. As we inhale back through center, the legs are wide, the upper torso is parallel to the floor. We can adjust the feet, adjust the legs, and then blocks are really great here. I like to stack up a few blocks so we can have support for the head. So this is a cooling stretch, 5 rounds of whole body breath. Exhaling completely, easing into the second breath. Third breath together. And fourth breath together. On the fifth breath, you may want to bring a little bend into the knees. Exhale long and slow, activating through the hands. Tented fingers are great to unpeel the forehead away from the props. And then from here, I like to toe heel the feet in a bit and then still bring a bend into the knees. So from side to side, we're easing down into squat pose. And the blocks are great to sit on. But just see if you can walk the hands to the inner aspect of the knees as you come on down. The shifting and the swaying is really nice. Palms can press. Or you can just slide the block underneath the pelvis. Long breath in. Full breath out. One more round together. Feel free to close the eyes. And this time on the exhale, rotate the fingers down towards the floor, the mat, and the earth. And if you're sitting on the block, just lift up through the pelvis, remove the block. And then from here, reach back with the left hand, reach back with the right hand, and then we'll find our way back into our seated position. So from here, what we call butterfly pose or bound ankle pose is nice. Heels come together. Large pad of the great toe, small pad of the small toe, and let's see if you can press the toe pads together. And then you have these knees that kind of float up and down. This is the fluttering of your butterfly. But if you have props within reach, you may want to use them underneath the knees. So sliding the feet a little further away from center pelvis is nice. Finding your softening here. And then the hands to the outside edges of the hips to lift up through your seat. Roll the shoulders back and down. You can keep the hands on the knees. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale and round. We'll take 1 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale and round. This time we'll inhale and lift, and then we'll exhale and come forward. So the hands can rest onto the knees. The hands can rest onto the ankles, and the elbows can rest onto the knees. And then you can drop the chin towards the chest and release the head and neck. We'll take a few rounds of breath here and bring a cooling sensation into the body guided by breath. Just feeling the fullness of the inhale. Release and that quality of letting go on the exhale. Take 1 or 2 more rounds of breath. Just noticing the state of the mind, how you're feeling in your body, and that beautiful connection that you have with your breath. When you're ready to release from the pose, shift to the right and walk the hands up. Shift to the left. Continue to walk the hands up. Allow the eyes to open here. They look closed. And then use the assistance of the hands to draw the knees up through center. And then release the props if you were using any. And then from here we can take a counter stretch with the hands at the edge of hip width, lifting through the seat, and then dropping the knees to the right, dropping the knees to the left, and swapping sides here. From here, we will shift back into that easy pose that we began the flow with. So just a gentle cross-legged position, readjusting your seat, and allowing the hands to rest on the knees here. Close your eyes, relax the muscles of the face. The chin is parallel to the floor, and the crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling or the sky. Take a few rounds of what we call natural flow of breath, and then we'll ease into Ujjayi breath, also known as victorious breath or ocean sounding breath. And when you think about the element of water, you think about the flow, right? The fluidity of it. And that beautiful quality of how water can move around, above, below, and through any obstacle. So natural flow of breath is inhale followed by exhale. And we can ease into the Dirga breath, or what we call the 3-part breath. So inhaling through both nostrils, drawing the breath into the back of the throat, allowing the upper chest to rise with the breath, the rib cage to widen, low belly lifts. And then exhale, navel to spine. breath shifts up and out. And press the breath out through the nostrils to complete that 3-part breath. And the next inhale, just shift your tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. You may want to swallow a few times before you do this, or even pull the lower jaw away from the upper jaw and move the jaw around. I find it helpful just to scrunch up the whole face and then find release. Now adjust the tongue to the roof of the mouth just behind the front teeth. And as you inhale through the nostrils, you'll hear, only you will hear that hiss or pull of the breath into the body. Filling up. When you're ready to exhale, use the strength of the abdominal muscles to draw the navel in towards the spine, and then exhale, press the breath out through the nostrils. The gentle constriction in the back of the throat. Try that a few more times. So inhaling through the nostrils. Feel the hiss or the pull of the breath. Filling up. When you're ready to release, exhale. Gentle constriction in the back of the throat, really pressing the breath out through the nostrils. So mimicking the quality of an ocean wave. Wave rolls in. Wave rolls out. Take it one more time. And tuning into your breath, allowing any exterior sounds to fall away. And released. Drop the chin towards the chest. Allow the eyes to open. Release the hands. Circle out through the wrists. Maybe bringing the fingers in towards center palm, just rolling, opening, closing, and open. So from here, we'll work our way down so we can connect spine to mat. So gently shift out of easy pose, bring a bend into the knees, and adjust your seat. So from here, it's nice to press down through the feet as you bring your hands to tops of the knees. Roll the shoulders back and take a couple spinal stretches here like we did before. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding up the spine. Inhale, pressing into the feet, finding that lift on the inhale. Exhale, lengthening through the arms, hollowing out the low belly. We'll return to neutral spine here, and you can hold on to one knee and then see if you can gently assist one leg up. So I like to hold on to underneath the lifted leg, and just work one side at a time. Lifting, releasing, lifting, and releasing. So you can try that, or you can have both legs lifted into what we call boat pose. So there's a lot of abdominal strength happening here. It's nice to start out with the support of the hands behind the upper thighs. If you'd like to release, extend the arms, extend the legs, and breathe. And then slowly float back. I like the rock and rolls. You may need to adjust yourself on your mat. Nice spinal massage here. Just continuing to breathe. And ultimately we will all meet with legs extended, arms out to the side, spine to mat. So just rock a little bit from side to side. Point the toes. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. From here, the arms can be alongside the body, and we'll slide the knees back into flexion. So moving like water, we'll take moving bridge. So reach down with the fingertips, see if you can touch the heels. And from here, it's all about the rotation of the pelvis. So hopefully you can see this lumbar curve is open and away from the mat. And then as I press the low back down, I have the pelvis tucked. So then I pull the low back away, and then I press the low back down. So it's from this position of tucked pelvis that we want to press into the feet and slowly lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then moving bridge allows for the arms to join in. So extending the upper torso and the lift of the pelvis, keeping the head and neck in alignment with the spine. The backs of the hands are reaching beyond your head. You get this beautiful lift, this inhale, and then the exhale lowers. So releasing the arms, releasing spine and pelvis, step back down towards the mat. So we'll take that a few times. Inhale, press into the feet, extend through the arms. Take your lift. Exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the spine. Take it one more time. Full breath in, full lift, and exhale, arms down, and spine down, and pelvis down. From here, you can drop the knees to the side. We'll keep the left knee bent. We'll draw the right knee in. So from here, you can interlace the hands in front. Just give a gentle press here, knee to chest. And then open up that right knee to the side, and we'll gently come into figure four. So the right foot will press onto the top of the left thigh. Right hand can ease that right knee and right hip into external rotation. So from here, nothing full of effort. We'll all just ease into cooling stretches and ultimately into rest pose here. So from this figure four position, arms can be alongside the body, and you just gently rock from side to side. So enjoying the stretch within the hip and the knee. And then we're easily drawing both knees down to the right. So you use the weight of that right foot on the top of the left thigh, and then arms can come up overhead to start, so get that stretch and lift. Open up those spaces in the rib cage, and then you can open up the arms into a T position and take your gaze over the left shoulder. Close your eyes, take a few rounds of breath here. Moving with the fluidity of breath as you enjoy physical sensation. Take another round here. Inhale and exhale. Pressing into the great toe side of the left foot. We'll lift up, rotating the head and neck back through center. We'll toe heel the left foot back in line with the center of the body. And then use the hands to gently remove the right foot from the left thigh. So now the right knee is engaged in flexion. You can rock it out from side to side. And we can draw the left knee in, interlace. Round of breath for knee to chest. Left knee falls into the left hand, and then take the right hand to bring the left foot to the top of the right thigh. So we're just opening into our figure four. We're just breathing into the stretch in the hip and the knee and the ankle. Holding here. Move a bit from side to side. And when you feel ready, you can drop the knees to the left. Using the weight of that left foot onto the right thigh to gently assist you into the stretch. Inhaling, arms up overhead to begin. Full breath in, open up the spaces in the rib cage, then open into your T position. Gaze over right shoulder. It's nice to have the palms open to receive, the backs of the hands resting onto the floor. And finding your effortless breath. We'll take one more round of inhale, followed by exhale. Pressing into the great toe side of the right foot. Fully engage that foot to allow the knees to come back up through center. Take the hands to release the left foot, the left leg. And then from here, we have options to bring in the knees. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. Just give some rock and rolls side to side. For a few final stretches, I like to come through center, holding the knees, lifting the head and neck up away from the floor, chin to chest, curl into a little ball. Breath in, and then exhale, extend the legs and extend the arms. Slowly, we'll walk the feet over to the lower left corner of the mat, and you can cross that right ankle over left. And then reach the hands to the upper left corner as well. And you can take the left hand to encircle the right wrist and create this beautiful crescent. And breathe into the whole right side of the body. So just imagining the curl of an ocean wave here. Breathing in and breathing out. Releasing the wrists, uncrossing the ankles, slowly walking the feet to the lower right corner of your mat. Left ankle crosses over right. Reaching the hands to the upper right corner of your mat. Right hand encircles the left wrist this time. Creating that image of a crescent or the curl of an ocean wave. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhale and slowly release. And at this point in the practice, you can come into any stretch that would feel comfortable for your body. And you can adjust yourself with any props, a cool washcloth over the forehead or the eyes, a bolster or a folded up blanket underneath the knees or the thighs, anything that will bring you ease or comfort so you can release the entire body down into gravity and find some time to seal in the practice.